I got shot in the buttocks.
Welcome to Instant Discussion.
I should discuss the house!
What? I don't even know
He
what...
said he tried to like... No.
Alright, today we are discussing You're Next.
You!
Tony's latest pick. And the start of horror film picking, I guess. Steffan's not too happy with.
A great movie.
Or just agrees with and is...
An excellent
flashing at
movie.
people. This film is from 2011, technically.
I did recognize the masks.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the commercials for it and all that
I don't know.
stuff,
Some from somewhere.
From Party City.
Well, so the movie came out in 2011, and when I first saw that on here, that threw me off for a second because I saw it in theaters in 2013. It's because the film released in film festivals and then got a theatrical release 2 years later. 2 years later, this thing was sitting on shelves.
Can you believe that?
Crazy.
This was deprived from the world for 2 whole years.
Why would they do that? This film cost just $1 million to make.
$1 million for this
Not
excellent
even,
film.
No extra, just $1 million. Would
this be
and
considered
that's
an
modern
indie
day,
film?
That's modern day
Yeah.
money, $1 million films. Yeah, that's definitely considered indie for modern day films for $1 million.
Who the hell made this?
That's usually your marketing budget. This film was directed by Adam Wingard. And got stuck in this thing. So I haven't heard of Adam Wingard, but he's a guy. He's directed some stuff in...
he also did VHS 1 and 2.
Okay.
And he also did something in ABC's of Death. I don't know which one.
Really?
So, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. VHS 1 and 2. I don't see
that.
ABC's of Death in here.
Steffan's a liar.
Stefan
He's
is
a filthy
a liar. But what is
Netflix
interesting...
is a liar, because when I looked up his name on there.
It ties him into that. Maybe he was in it.
Yeah,
He could have acted in it because he's part of this new class of horror directors that kind of all work together in different ways. Case in point, Ty West, who stars in this movie, or one of the stars of this movie, he's the brother who ends up being the guy who plotted everything with his crazy...
Felix.
Yeah. So Ty West plays... Tariq.
Wait, he's...
Never mind, he plays
So
David
not...
That
was
guy.
his name Kristen?
Not Felix, not that guy.
It's Chris...
Nicholas Tucci.
No, Nicholas Tucci. Son of Stanley Tucci? Let's just say that. Probably not. Ty West, who's in it, who also directed... He did some stuff in... maybe he's just one of the other guys.
What's this?
I don't know.
Oh, Tyree. Oh!
Oh, he's the guy that he gets killed early
He's
on.
the, yeah,
Okay.
He's the, like...
And
the
you see him
douchey-
later with, like, buck teeth, like...
Oh, no, he's the director guy.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy who's the
The
director.
documentary guy.
Okay. So Ty West is the director guy. So he's a film director. He directed like a bunch of different pretty good horror films. Also did some stuff in ABC's of Death and VHS. So could be a connection there. You see that. Anyway, so
God, the beginning of this film was horrible.
that's what I thought when I saw this in theaters.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it's only horrible for, like, 10 minutes.
No!
No,
much longer than that.
Oh, no, okay.
For me, the film didn't get good until
Probably like a half hour.
The one girl tries to run out the door.
Definitely until I think it was around when the mom died. After that, it started getting good.
Okay.
Oh my God.
In rewatching at least, I can't remember for me when it started getting good the first time I watched it, but I do know I wanted to walk out of this movie in theaters when I was watching it.
No.
Yeah.
You hold on, sir. I'm gonna let you explode.
I would have wanted to too.
I wanted to walk out. However, I gave it a chance, and I was actually glad I did because there's some fun kills in this.
Yeah, later on, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it got good. The first thing I really liked in the movie was when the girl runs out of the house at full speed.
Right.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's so set up for it too. But I love that. Just that it all falls apart right there for her. So what are you saying, sir?
Right from the beginning, I enjoyed just the getting to meet the family and them being dicks to each other. And then right away, out of nowhere, he's just like, boom, and Tyreek gets killed with a bolt from a crossbow.
I think on second watch, I did enjoy the family drama in the beginning of it. Although, the only reason I like the family drama is it kind of reminded me of your brother. But anyway.
That's why, it all comes together.
No, because I enjoyed Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like that movie.
I mean, there was just some stuff with the college professor and
Although I don't enjoy all the other Wes Craven
that's who
films.
I thought.
Wes Craven.
Or whatever.
Wes Anderson?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Wes Craven. Wow.
They should get together and make a Nightmare for
A
Christmas.
Wes movie?
Yeah, just the both Wes's together.
Oh, Wes Craven.
That's a really good idea!
That's a good idea. I like that idea. So, all right, you loved. Did you like?
And then I liked it when
Did you like the actual beginning part?
at the very beginning, before they started getting pissed at each other.
The before the neighbor's house, the cliche
it was,
horror film.
It was cliche, and I was fine with it.
I like the
The
CD
chick
on
was-
repeat.
The chick, yeah, it was on repeat. The chick was just like some douchebag little chick who you wanted to slap anyway. And the kills were fine. Not her titties, silly. Yeah, her titties. Even when she's dead.
Why do you prompt him?
And then the whole thing on repeat.
Fueled this monster.
It was a good song.
Yeah, the CD on repeat was a good thing.
You want a horror film?
And so in between that, and then when they're like, the mom was like freaking out, but then they start fighting, and then the Australian chick,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like, just picks up and she's like, all right, let's do this shit. So right when she picked up, I was like, oh, I'm back in this. I was trying to figure out what she would do. She handled everything like the way I would, so I was getting into it.
She
And
handled it
it
pretty
was
well.
like, dude, she put the nails on the floor, and I was like, ah!
There were mistakes that she made, but it was I allowed them because in the moment you're not going to be thinking
Yeah.
clearly and all of that. Like when
It
she
was
gets
like
shot,
Home Alone, but for adults.
it kind of was. It's
Yeah.
like a horror.
When she was setting up the axe, I went, is she home aloneing
Yeah.
this shit? She's home aloneing this shit.
She had
The
the
axe was
nails.
brilliant.
Yeah,
I
she
loved
had the
that.
nails in the
That's
board,
that
which is awesome.
The nails on the board was good. It's a simple one. When she was carrying the chair to run across the windows and the chair
Uh-huh.
gets shot and she drops the chair. So that was for me. It was that's a reactionary thing to do to drop the chair because it got shot, but not the smart thing to do because it's worked that one time as shield.
Yeah.
Hold your shield up just because it got shot
Yeah.
once. You don't need to drop it. But
Yeah, there were definitely like horror cliches at the beginning half of this film.
I think that was on purpose though, in knowing these directors and what they're doing. And
Yeah, but it was.
I don't like it, but it was definitely on purpose for them to set it up as horror cliche, and so then that they twist it on you and do their
Okay.
own.
No,
twist to
yeah,
it.
I get it.
And especially that it's the family killing themselves too.
It's still
and
fucking
plot for that.
boring.
Yeah.
I like it.
Like the fact that I'm like, oh, obviously this character's about to die.
Yeah, you know
Okay.
that stuff. But I think it was fun.
But it's fun though. Like, what if you're like, okay,
Not that part's
I know I'm
fun.
gonna get a blowjob, and then you get a blowjob. It's still pretty awesome, right?
So I think that
Lawyer.
it was.
Lawyered.
That's different. That is so different.
Exactly the same.
It's
There's
unbelievably
no
different.
difference.
Let's go with favorite kills. That's a good thing you definitely got to do in these.
The mom.
The
Just
mom's
because
a
she
favorite
annoyed
kill?
the shit out of me.
She
I
was
just-
super annoying.
I just wanted her to fucking die.
Well, I like that she was dead.
When I finally got like to the point where I started getting the film, like, oh, she's gonna die. I'm like, yes, this is gonna be the best part of the film ever.
She was annoying.
God,
And I like that, like, that the chick wanted to fuck in front of her dead body.
That was messed up.
And she's like,
Even the brother
fucking
said that was
pussy.
messed up.
Z.
I think my favorite film has got to be the blender.
Oh, that was
Oh,
cute.
yeah,
That was cool.
Yeah.
And then I really enjoyed the colors that they used. Like, it was the red, then they had some weird browns, and then they changed the colors, and then it mixed.
I got nothing.
Oh, huh.
Didn't notice.
Oh.
Didn't notice.
I really like the colors that came out for his head.
Nice. Well, I think the second favorite kill's got to be the axe, the Rube Goldberg axe through the door.
But what about
With the cops at the end?
But
Oh,
the
yeah.
running, right away, like you're saying, the running through the thing.
Yeah, running through the thing. That was a nice one.
I think actually I do agree with you. If it wasn't the mom, it would be the cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I was just like, oh no, oh no, it's gonna happen. Oh god.
The way that everything falls apart at the end.
Yeah.
It's like no one wins. I like that.
Well, you don't know.
I think she survived. She's a survivor. She's a survivor.
But no one really wins. Like, especially...
No, nobody won.
Nobody
no,
wins
yeah.
in this. You can survive it, but nobody wins. Especially, they're going after
Yeah.
the money in this. And that money is just... At this
It's like a
point,
poop fighting contest. Nobody wins.
Nobody wins.
Well, it depends on. Never mind.
What was your favorite...
Well, yeah, if you're in.
What was your favorite kill then? Is it the running through the door, or...
Well, running through the door, but I also like when the mom dies and then he wants to have sex next to her. That's really weird.
It's not a kill, it's just a really weird...
It's just part of it.
It just turned him on.
Definitely showed how messed up that girl is.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's terrible.
Yeah,
Who's your
if you
favorite? Who's your favorite character in it? That you're
The Australian
rooting for?
chick.
How about aside from her, because she's the best in it. Of all the terrible family.
Of all the terrible family,
Yeah.
probably it sounds awful, but the douchebag brother who's just like being a dick to everyone. Because he's a
The
dick.
one that got wait.
Yeah,
The one that got
that
the
got
arrow
the
in the
axe.
back?
Because he's a dick, but at least he knows he's a dick and he's just fucking with people instead of wanting to kill your family.
Yeah. In this situation, he comes off the best.
Yeah.
Um,
After everything's said and done.
but yeah, I had sympathy for the bearded guy.
The bearded guy?
Yeah.
Crispin?
Yeah.
Even though at the end?
Yeah. No, at the end it's bad. He did plan the whole thing, but he didn't get his hands dirty with it. But he was also horribly picked on. You can see that he had lost a bunch of in the dialogue that was coming out. That he's like, I'm not that fat anymore, and he keeps getting made fun of. Like
Well, at first you feel sorry for him.
He's been picked on his entire life by this family in that way.
But
Yeah,
by
I don't
the
think
end,
that's much,
and
but
then by the end, the first time I watched it, I was like, okay, like you were saying, like I was like, Crispin has to be on it. That's why they haven't shown him or whatever. But he's still like,
Yeah, you know that he's in on it, but that it's a nice reveal to see that, and when he calls his
so
girlfriend finds
yeah,
out.
you kind of like he's just a dick though.
So we're all happy that his family's dead. Then.
I liked that I forgot that the cops were like on their way in that moment that she killed him, because I totally did forget.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
There's so much going on, and you don't know in a lot of
the
these
cops are
times.
coming, and that was a risk. I'm like, just fucking kill him. Just fucking kill him. Please, just kill him.
You don't always think about the cops in horror movies because it's hit and miss whether the cops actually do anything or when they actually show up. They usually don't show up until the very end,
right?
Except for some movies, then they'll show up in the earlier.
And particularly because he doesn't follow protocol and say police, blah blah. He just fucking shows up and shoots somebody.
Yeah, you're supposed to get backup, right?
Well, no, you're supposed to like kind of announce you're there,
but
you don't go by yourself when somebody's shooting.
Well, no, they didn't know that. They just got a text message 911.
I thought they had heard the shooting at the end.
No, it was the text message.
Her text message went through because they deactivated the thing so that
so they got the thing got through.
And those are easy to make too.
Yeah, they cost like $30.
Yeah.
No. Besides,
of course you'd know that.
No, you can find them online. I mean, you can find instructions online. They're really like, you can like make them with.
I'm still convinced they use those in like certain. I was in a hotel where I was sure that they were using a cell phone jammer, so they'd have to pay for their Wi-Fi or something. But I don't know how that all works with that. So, anything else you'd like to say about this movie?
It was a great movie. For $1 million, pretty amazing.
I appreciated that this was a horror film that didn't do what so many horror films do, in that it makes fucking loud, obnoxious sounds to get you to cringe.
Yes.
And fake the feeling of horror. No, this was a horror film telling a story.
Yeah,
and I fucking appreciated that.
It told a story. God
damn, did I appreciate that.
I always appreciate...
I have no idea.
I always appreciate a horror film that doesn't use supernatural elements.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
It annoys the shit out of me. I can't watch a movie.
It's just like the... Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just...
And that weird brown noise, like deep thing.
It's more actiony in that sense.
And unlike the surprises, like it kind of had those surprises where an arrow suddenly shoots through the window, but it didn't feel created and placed.
And they didn't do the thing that I hate in a lot of horror films is they always put in the false ones too. The loud noise. It was a cat running across or something.
Oh yeah,
because they're playing with.
They did that once.
Trope. Okay,
they did that once here, and I was like, oh. But it was because when they were going up to check.
Okay.
At the beginning of the movie, what that noise was, and then the brother, Crispin's just suddenly there.
Yeah.
Right at the side.
I think that's more of them making fun of the genre.
Yeah, and that's early on, so.
You know the one thing I didn't like out of all this was just when they go next door and he kills, like, I think after the kill, and he just sits down and his head does a tilt. Like, I fucking...
Oh, the rabbit, yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason for that tilt.
Kills that woman, he just kind of sits down next to that guy.
He does a tilt, like how they do in all scary movies.
I don't know. Could be possible.
I'm just saying, out of all this, just the tilt is always corny to me. It's just like...
I think he was just kind of relaxing for a moment, and he was just like...
Yeah, if you're relaxing, you like bounce in your elbows or like on your knees. He's just like went...
You notice how some people be relaxing like this? Other people be relaxing... Anyway. At first, I was annoyed with the neighbors getting killed until they explained it well, and it made sense to me. It's supposed to look like just a random group of random killing that they killed the neighbors and them, because if they just kill this family, then it's targeted to look for the motive, but with the neighbors too. So the neighbors getting killed had nothing to do with anything. I like that.
Yeah.
You know what, another thing I liked was the plans that like she was wanting to put in place, but because it's like she like explaining things that were going to happen, but they never happened because they were getting attacked. Like, I don't know why I appreciate that. Like, it's realistic to me. Like, she had said, we got to get upstairs and we got to put a sign
I also
out
like
the
that she's telling
and it
her
never happened.
She's telling her plan of how to combat the people to the people who organized it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So that was another nice part about that. So yeah,
that's really good.
I think that one last thing is one of the things that bothered me was, despite all the beginning of it, right, was how much. Like that none of them needed to be skilled at all to take these guys down. If you look at the vision on those masks,
like
2 slits, and I'm like, no, you wouldn't be able to do shit in that.
No.
But I mean, even with that though, they're ex-military though.
I think they were planning on it. They've got skills with the weapons. I think they were planning on it going a lot smoother than it was.
Yeah.
It was just supposed to be them taking out all of these rich upper class folk that had no experience with any of this.
But those Australians are insane.
Yeah.
They
So
eat
she threw the
babies
wrench
with
in the whole
dingoes.
situation. So star ratings? When I first saw this in theaters, I gave it a 3.5 stars because the app that I rate those on allows me to do that. So definitely it gets down to a 3 on this one. But it was again for a movie that I was going to walk out in the beginning of. I think it gets that it gave that 3.5 for me because it turned around and I was very happy with the way it turned around.
Yeah.
So I gave it extra points for surprising me. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't walk out of it. I'm going to say that.
I'll give it a 3.
3.
Yeah.
Nice.
If I could, I'd give it a 4.5. But
Can't.
You can't give it a 5.
yeah, I can't give it a 5.
No.
I'd have to give it a 4.
Okay.
I really liked it as far as because I really like horror movies. I watch a lot of them.
I think, yeah, as far as horror movies go, if you're going to check out one of the more recent horror films, I think this one's a good one up there.
This one's a good one to check out. Just try to cover your ears whenever the mom's around.
She doesn't last too long.
Yeah.
All right. So
next
week, I'm going to continue with the horror.
Your
film.
Nexter!
What? No, Your Nexter 2, the sequel. That movie was actually shot 5 years ago, and then it's going to come out in 3 years.
Why?
So we're going to continue on with the horror genre. I'm going to go with
It's
scariest
not
part that I know of.
October.
It's almost October, so I'm going to go with
I know it's almost October. We're like
one of my favorite horror
a few
films.
weeks away, but that's not the point.
It's not going to be horror.
It's called Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Told you. I knew it.
It can be horror to some people.
I've never seen this, but I'm excited.
You haven't seen Mr. Smith?
Because they make fun of it in so
Everything.
many
It's just one of those-
everythings.
I don't think I've seen it.
You haven't seen Mr. Smith? I'm excited for you both to watch this.
I'm not even going to say anything.
All right.
But I already know
Alright.
like a lot of this stuff from
Yeah.
the parodies.
It's one of those, like when we did with 12 Angry Men, if you haven't seen it, you've seen it parodied hundreds of times.
I don't even think I've heard about it.
Nice.
Bullshit.
There's actually like 3 or 4 episodes of The Simpsons that have
Yeah.
the title Mr. So-and-so Goes to Washington.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
fucking know.
funny. Anyway. So we'll check out that next week. Thanks for
Alright.
watching.
It's in black and white.
Spoilers. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, review, share us on everything.
Comment,
and,
rate,
let us know what you think.
review 3 things.
I don't know. They got
3
a lot of things to do.
Do 3 things.
Bye. Happy Halloween.